wheels kiss earth, the engines sigh, a brief embrace, then they kiss the sky. Departure gates and tarmac trails, a symphony where nothing fails. The winds of Canterbury lift them high, tracing arcs against the southern sky. Each takeoff and landing a thrill anew, a dance of wings, a boundless view.
Well, hello folks. I do apologise. We had sort of a meltdown of sorts. Very strange. Hi Carolyn, heart-shaped emoji. Oh look, plane taking off. Isn't that what we're here to do? Oh man. Okay. So that, ladies and gentlemen, was a plane. Let me just introduce you to the concept. Engines and wings, aerofoils, overcome gravity and take to the sky and move people from here to there in a rapid fashion. Yeah, she's a lovely afternoon. Not much on the old It is a little bit chilly. The nor'easter that we've got is a little bit chilly, so I'll put the puffer on. Yeah, so, oh, I can see a helicopter. Look, helicopter. So that can, where are you, little buddy? Oh, he's probably a little bit too far away to see. Can we see him? Can we see him? He's headed that way. Okay, so go back there. Yay, helicopter. Okay, so we've gotten rid of our helicopter for the day. Fantastic. So that's the helicopter out of the way. Next is my customary windsock. Look at the windsock. Yeah, she's I would say around 5 knots. Yeah, not too much at all. Alrighty, mate. Yeah, I can imagine. Sou'wester that coming over the land. Yeah, that'll make things a little bit bumpy for all concerned. Yeah, so absolutely no idea at the moment what went on there. Could not for the life of me get my video capture card to work, even though it's connected via the same cables to the same port to the same machine time and time again. Yeah, so yeah, I mean, you can test these things before you leave home, but it's still no. I mean, you have to pull it apart in order to actually put it in the car, put it into the bag, and get it to the site. And you've got to drag it down the road these days because we can't drive the car down. Well, some of us don't have 4-wheel drives and can't drive the suspicious back route into the location. And yeah. How is everybody? Hey, welcome. 4K Aircraft live finally. Isn't that good? Yeah, we'll just find out what these guys are. Okay, because NZ1 Aviation, mate, mate, I know the pain. Oh God, do I know the pain? And many congrats to actually getting something on the screen in Haneda, mate. That's triumph over adversity. It really is. So in my setting up today, so we've missed the hot dog, we've missed Qantas, we have not missed Emirates because Emirates is going sort of about 45 minutes later than it usually does. Panda-san, konnichiwa, kochirakosa. Yeah, it's great to see you, Mike. Yeah, hope Big Tokyo's treating you well. It's a magnificent city. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's my biggest, best metropolis over London, New York, any of the European cities. I just absolutely love Tokyo. And it comes down to the people, I think. And I think you've probably experienced it yourself. Just the civilized way in which they regard one another and get on with one another. Yeah, it's certainly why I like it there. You never have any worries about your personal safety. You might get lost from time to time, but Google's pretty good these days. in getting here from A to B. So let me see. That guy who's just arrived is 742, NZ 742, and he's coming from Dunedin. The guy lining up there, that A320, is 578, and he's off to Auckland. So we'll see him crossing in a moment. It's a mild day here. Not super warm, but not too bad. If I could trade places with Mike, I would. But there we go. And you wonder why he's hanging around. And I can... there might be a light aircraft coming. Is there a light aircraft coming? There is a light aircraft coming. ZK TIE. TIE. I doubt that he's landing on the main runway, but you never know. Oh, hang on. Yes, he is. So ZK TIE is landing on the main runway, and that's why that A320 full of people has had to hold. So with this tiny little aircraft, and I've got the ordinary lens on, I can't really show you much, but he is definitely there, and he'll probably turn off to the Aero Club at some point soon, please. So yeah, want to welcome people. Panda-san, Dale Small, Christine, wonderful, thanks very much. Mike, of course, thanks very much for taking time out of your busy day. Danielle, good to see you. Tuning in from Chicago, I believe. A really nice part of the world. I believe the All Blacks are going to be playing in Chicago in around about the start of next month. They're playing Ireland at forgive me, Danielle, if I get this wrong. I think it's called Soldier Field. It's where the Chicago team play. They've played there before, and they've played Ireland there before, and they've lost to Ireland there before. And yeah, after their recent outings, yeah, they might not be odds-on favourites, I would have thought. So here we go with 578 off to Auckland. Come back into focus, would you? Please, thank you. There we go. Autofocus not playing the game. So that's 578, and he's off to Auckland, which should be reasonably warm, I would have thought. Awesome. The Bears. Yeah, so this is what we're waiting for. Let me just lock it off. Yeah, so there'll be a little bit of, probably a little bit of promotion ahead of the game, Danielle. Yeah, if you want to get a little bit of a taste of New Zealand, doubtless there'll be sort of promotions and all sorts of things ahead of that. Not sure if Air New Zealand has returned Chicago to service. They did knock out a few of the services. It might have been the Asian services that they took out, and but yeah, they used to have a direct flight from Auckland to Chicago, and that may be part of it. Got another light aircraft out the back there. Oh no, he's actually the real thing. 373 coming in from Wellington. ATR 72. Yeah, hype. That's the one, Dale. Yeah. So he's a wee way out yet, and with the ordinary lens on, there's not a lot of looking at him at this stage. We probably go across and see if we can get him into view. So it's as much zoom as we have, and that's there. Yeah, okay, so he's coming into view, slowly but surely. Yeah, if they were really clever about it, the ZKOKQ, which is the All Black 777, would do the run, or NZE, which is the Dreamliner All Black livery. So I take it that sound and all the rest of it is running 100%. We haven't touched anything, and I hadn't touched anything with the video card either. It's just it did not want to work. I think there's something wrong with my version of OBS, and I think I'm going to actually take it completely out and start from scratch again, because yeah, it's been giving me grief. And yeah, if anybody has the departures board up from Christchurch, they might be able to tell us what the status of the Emirates flight is, because that's usually quite a good way to tell whether or not they're on time. I believe they arrived, EK412 arrived perfectly on time today, so yeah. So EK412 arrived on time, and there's such a massive gap between arrival and departure of the A380 that you know, even if they had an issue, they'd probably be able to resolve it. Oh, we've got a helicopter, GCH Aviation, down the end there, and we've got something coming around. it looks like NZ777. So we were just talking about the 777s aircraft, but this is flight number NZ5777 or ANZ777M, and it's coming in from Napier, and yeah, it shouldn't be too far away. And we've got one or two others popping up. Christchurch, Palmerston North, NZ186. We also have NZ378 going to Wellington. And we've got the parcel service. As PH72 ASL. Airlines Australia. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. So that's a 737 freighter, and that's going to be coming out shortly. So we will have that arrival probably. Going to say we're going to have the arrival first, which is the 777. Yeah. 620. Yeah. So it hasn't moved from 620. We'll go across, take that block off so that you can actually move it across. And don't go too far, because it's going to be up here somewhere. Now, why are you all of a sudden losing focus? There you go. Airplane. Out of that blob of pixels comes an airplane. Oh, awesome, Danielle. Yeah, there's a few New Zealand radio stations. There's popular ones. There's Radio New Zealand, which you can get through the streaming. They actually stream it off the website. Yeah, it's quite popular on Saturday nights. They have a request show on Saturday nights. I frequent our mate Warren Barnett's Highland FM show. So yeah, look up highlandfm.org.au, I think it is. And you're after Highland FM, and he does a show on Saturday nights. Now, it's going to be ridiculously late for you, Danielle, unfortunately, in Chicago, because it's 7 o'clock for us, 7 o'clock in Australia. At the moment, that means it starts at 10 o'clock for us in New Zealand, because we're on daylight savings, and Australia has not yet moved, so we're 3 hours ahead of them, off the east coast, that is. So yeah, it doesn't finish until about 1 o'clock. I wasn't sure Warren sort of knew that, but yeah, he often gives a shout out to our mates in New Zealand. He goes and he plays us a tune and dedicates it to us, and it's always nice. He always mentions the folks that he sort of knows from the plane spotting community, and yeah, one or two other groups that he's involved with. So there's your Parcel Express. Temu returns, or Amazon returns. And yeah, we'll have the ATRs off as well. Here we go. Whoops. Where are you? Here it comes. That jumped. That's not good. That control shouldn't cause it to jump. It should just steadily go in there and right. So we've got some. Okay, so he's going to go for it. It's good. Oops, oops, oops. There we go. G'day, Greg. How you going, mate? Good to see you. Thanks very much for coming along. We've had one or two issues, technical issues, and you might notice we're running without a clock. I am not quite sure what's going on there. I tried it with my Japanese clock as well, and yeah, it also was not behaving itself, so I might try and turn it back on a little bit later. But, yeah. We can get away without a clock, I think. He's way up there. Yeah. So what we have got on there is the current weather conditions, and it's warm enough. Don't need gloves today. But, cool enough. I've kept the puffer jacket on. Now we've also got landing going on. Yes, here we go. Landing. And as soon as I figure out who he is for you. He is 557 coming from Auckland. There you go, Air New Zealand 557. And we're waiting for Christchurch to Hamilton. Will be the next one to go out. So he'll be ducking off the runway, and then the ATR to Hamilton. 622 is the flight number. And just pop out there. There he goes. And he's off to Hamilton. Now they've started running jet services from Hamilton again. Christchurch Aviation, g'day mate. Good to see you. Did you hear what happened to the C-17 yesterday? No, I have not heard a peep, mate. Haven't really had my eye on things aviation, apart from, of course, having a wee look at Mike's stream last night, and also had a wee look at our mate from Australia last night as well. go focus. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, so tell us about the C-17, mate. Have we got one back here at Christchurch, have we? I drove in, but I didn't see it. Normally I'd notice the C-17 tail, and I didn't see it, so yeah, just wondering if they're not here for some reason. Alright, we've got what looks like a Dashi to me coming in. Yeah, Hokitika, the Hokitika flight with the Dashi. So just a hop over the Helps. Can be quite a bumpy wee ride, that one. 033-127. So if you want to play Flight Radar and look that one up, you can find out all sorts of goodness. And we've got a pushback of a Jetstar. Just find out what that Jetstar is. So Mr. Jetstar's off to Wellington, and he's off to Wellington as as JQ290. 290 is the flight number for the Jetstar. It's been pushed back, but yet to start engines. So here's the wee Dashi who's just jumped across from Hokitika. It looks pretty nice. I mean, we can see the mountains. If I put enough ND filter on, we can probably actually see the mountains. A little bit of haze there, but yeah, we'll probably be able to have a bit of a look. So that's Jetstar starting up, and just see the tail end of that Dashi heading around to the domestic gates. So what I might do is I might put on as much filter as I've got, because we're going to be steering pretty much directly into the sunshine, and this is much for Danielle and our Aussie mates. So there we go. That's as good a view of the mountains as you're probably going to get. The snow is pretty much gone. At least I can't see much evidence of any snow up there. It'll probably be gone by the end of the week for sure. We're getting some temperatures north of 20 degrees in the next few days, so that will well and truly take care of it, I would have thought. And we can take that filter off now, thank you. And that will make it a little bit clearer for people. New Zealand is so pretty. Yeah, parts of it are, mate. Yeah, like anywhere. Cities, not so much. You know, we got Christchurch is okay. It's got plenty of parks. It's been reasonably well planned out. Lots of flat ground to spread out into. Unlike our mates. Okay, I see Emirates pinging up, so can't be far away from a pushback from Experience, and it's pushing back. So there we go. Yep, already pushing back. So I'll just tell you, it's 6:10, 6:11, and so he's pushing back roughly 10 minutes ahead of schedule. A little bit of wind noise, apologise for that. Just coming through on my vocal mic, I think. The ambient mic's sort of lying on the ground, all nicely shielded away there. So if we just pull back a little bit, we can see Sid Squad Novotel for our good mates over in Sydney, who stayed there in May just for a night. And then we've got the aircraft, of course, and then we've got our control tower, which looks kind of pretty at night. They light it up, all sorts of interesting colours. Yeah, we're going to get that departure of the Jetstar, Christchurch Wellington 290, so JQ 290, looks like he's going ahead. Just grabbing his opportunity to get onto the runway, so let's go find him. Down the end there, and he's all dark. G'day, Dale. Yeah. Giant shark slowly on the move, yeah. Silver monster. And so there we go. And then there's a much bigger shark going to take off in the not too distant future. Fantastic. Trying to work out my angles so that when Emirates takes off, we at least have some idea of whereabouts he's going to go. So yeah, it's one of those pan and tilt situations, and yeah, can be all sorts of fun. All sorts of fun. Back to the star of the show. Here we go. The Q shark, you reckon, there, Dale? It'd be an interesting thing to see. The closest is, I think, the sea turtles, and they're far too anime and pretty to cause anybody any. Oh, g'day, Carol Ann. Wonderful to see you. Great to have your subscription, and yeah, hope you'll pop in sometime in the future. I saw how nice it was weather-wise, and I went, I think I might, I'm feeling better, because last week I was horrible. I was in bed pretty much all week with something nasty. I'm not sure if it was COVID or something else, but anyway, wasn't feeling great. Yeah, feeling much better now. And the weather, of course, over the weekend was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I'm amazed that our good mate Airport Streams actually bothered to come out and do anything. It was just awful. It really was. He was a brave man. He's got far too much money invested in his equipment, and yeah, to risk. There's no way I was going to risk coming out. Not that I was feeling great anyway. But yeah, this is in fact Christchurch, Carol Ann. Yes, so that's the Christchurch Airport Control Tower. That is the SID Squad Novotel. It's actually the Christchurch Novotel, but I've nicknamed it the SID Squad Novotel. And that large fin you see there is the back end of an A380 that's going to do service as EK413, and that's going to go to Dubai, and it's going to go via Sydney. So yeah, it's really good to see some familiar faces. Yes, that's quite right, Carol Ann. Yeah, good to see familiar faces popping up. Familiarity and breeds, a certain degree of comfort, and people feel comfortable. They're more likely to sort of have a friendly chat. When is Emirates going? Well, it's pushed back, so it's on its way. I would imagine that it's going. It usually takes 5 or so minutes, and he's moving now. So there you go, Carol Ann. He's heading off right now. Slowly. Unfortunately, tonight he's not going to come right past us to A2 because their takeoff point will be the other end of the field. They're going to do a 02, which is a south to north takeoff. I believe I've got them round the right way. It's 20 from north to south and 02 from south to north, and yeah, so that's basically what we're looking at. I think it's A6 EVD today, so one short of Eve. So this might be the Adam aircraft, since Adam came before Eve. Here we go. Always nice to see A380. I haven't been getting out to the airport as often as I'd like lately. Of course, we saw plenty of A380s in Sydney and in Japan. So if you have not seen those videos, there are some highlight videos of our recent trip to Japan, where our good mate Mike is at the moment, and he's done a stream or two from Haneda, and yes, found just how difficult Japan is. You think it's this technologically brilliantly advanced place and you should have absolutely no problems getting heaps of bandwidth, and you go there and you find it's completely wrong. Carol Ann, the weather, yes, not too bad. It's in the mid-teens. The weather app says it's 14. I'd believe that. There's a little bit of a gentle northeast breeze, which brings a little bit of a coolness to it. so it's probably knocked a few degrees off of that. So yeah, I would say we're probably hovering around maybe 10, 12, around about that sort of number. Not super warm. Definitely still have the puffer jacket on. Got my hands in my pockets from time to time. Yeah, and yeah, just keeping them warm. They're not going to freeze as they do in the winter time. But yeah, it's definitely not super warm, but yeah, apparently that's going to start fairly soon. We're expecting the best part of 22 degrees or something tomorrow, and even warmer the day after. Since everybody's here, I'd like to perhaps ask if you are enjoying it. Do just drop us a thumbs up or something like that. That would be really, really appreciated. You have no idea how impactful a thumbs up is to YouTube creators. We sort of spend a whole bunch of money and time coming out and creating content, and in the hopes that people are actually going to enjoy it. And when we get thumbs up, it really, really makes it very much worthwhile. Here we go. So that massive aircraft. Quite often they're not completely full, so they can be flown fairly light. They don't need a lot of fuel to get across to Sydney, of course. One of these days they may in fact do the route as they do from Auckland, flying all the way to Dubai, but that's not on the cards at the moment. It's run as what's called a fifth freedom flight, which basically, yeah. Oh, fantastic! Thanks, Greg. Yeah, I am not sure what the heck's going on there. Yes, there's some weirdness going on, and we'll try and get to the bottom of it, sorted out at some stage. Yeah, so it's a fifth freedom flight, which basically enables an airline to add an extra leg outside of their home nation, and fly to a third destination. And in this particular case, we are lucky enough that they add on a short leg, just over 2.5 hours from Sydney to Christchurch, which allows them to say that it's Sydney to Dubai as the route, and of course that's a Philippine Emirates cap. They can say they've got 2 destinations in New Zealand to add to the I think it's 4 in Australia that they regularly fly. Do they fly the A380 to Perth? I think they do. So there's 4 destinations they fly the A380 to in Australia, and they don't fly to Adelaide. Now, it's rather sad. Anyway, I will shut up and let you listen to this wonderful aircraft. awesome is that? Now, someone the other day was saying how noisy the A380s were, and that they have flight restrictions and all sorts of things. Well, I did some research and I found that the A380 is actually quieter than a Boeing 737. That's how different the noise profile is. Of course, the 737 MAX is another story again, but the A380 is remarkably quiet, and you heard that. You should do a massive turn to the left in the not too distant future. There he goes. Now, of course, with the standard lens on, we're not able to get in real close, and we won't be chasing them all the way to the west coast, which we've done before. There's plenty of light, but yeah, it takes quite a while for us to follow them over there. Greg, I would say the conventional engines are what causes the difference. What I was meaning was that the twin engine 737 conventional engine option, CEO, is louder than the A380. And I would imagine that the A330, the old version, the 330, 200 and 300 series with the conventional engines, would also be louder than the 380. And of course louder than their 350 and the 330 Neo, the 330-900 Neo. We've had an arrival, and yeah, that's enough chasing A380s for now. Let's go show you a few more domestic aircraft, and then since we've had so many fun and games today, we might call it a bit early today. But see how people feel. Here we go. Come on. Up. And Atom ATR end. Jump over the tripod leg, and there we go. Got him. Fantastic. Great stuff. So if we look back down at the airfield terminal, the airport terminal, and see the terminal on the right, the control tower, and then the Novotel Hotel off. It's actually across a bit of a car park. And yeah, we'll just see what we've got going on for you. Yes, it definitely was. Right, I see. Helicopter. A helicopter has popped up. And I can see the helicopter. Helicopter is headed back to base. So it might be one that lives with Christchurch Helicopters. And they live over by the Aero Club. So if we go over to the Aero Club, we might see our friend the helicopter. Can we? Oh yeah, there we go, there we go. Here he is. And he'll land just behind the Aero Club. There is where Christchurch Helicopters have a base. So where did he go? He just went out for a bit of a joyride. Yep. Next is an ATR coming in from New Plymouth. Oh, sorry, no, it's a Dashi coming in from New Plymouth. And 763 is his flight number. So if you're playing Flight Radar at home, that's the one to look for. Round, around, 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 around. Get your angles right. Get the focus. What happened to the focus on this thing? Terrible. There we go. This is a Dashi. You can tell a Dashi at a distance because they alternate the landing lights by flashing either side. Whereas the ATR, it's more or less constant. Yeah, if you're ever towards evening, as we are, and see alternating flashing lights like that, then you've probably got a Dashi as opposed to an ATR. That's of course if you can't see the undercarriage coming out of the engine nacelles. It's a surer way of telling them apart. If you don't see the silhouette, see the sharper nose of the Dashi compared to the ATR, which is a little bit more of a snubby nose. Of course, in New Zealand we run the what in plain sight call the short wheelbase model, the Q300 as opposed to the Q400. The ATR 72-600 of course fills the same passenger, roughly the same passenger load as the Q400, which is why we don't see them in New Zealand. Wow. What was he going to do? It doesn't look like he's going anywhere anytime soon. We got 640. We should be seeing A320, New Zealand A320, and we should see 650. Yeah, another couple. So I might stay for those. Looks like we've got a Flying Doctor service, Beach King B200, right down the end of the runway. You can see him there, just nudging towards the main runway, and of course he'll take off. They're always difficult to get because of the way in which their flight profile. They normally up pretty high by the time they get down the end of this runway, so they're well beyond what we can normally tilt the camera up to. So we'll see what we can do. We'll try and keep it in frame as much as we can, but no promises. It wasn't too bad. Not too bad. Lost it for a wee while there, but and of course he's off to NA. Very popular flight radar description, which means no idea. And yeah, that'll be a medical flight of some sort, either relocating patients or taking specialist stuff, quote unquote. I know it's a technical term, stuff, that often, you know, if certain rare blood is required in different parts of the country, it's quite often a way of getting it there quite quickly. Yeah, let me see what's happened with this. Oh yeah. Middle of nowhere, yes, quite literally so, Danielle. I mean, we can follow it. It may in fact end up going over the hill to the west coast. They do from time to time do that, off to the west coast. Canterbury is on the eastern side of the country, and it often supports the western side with services, hospital services, and medical, that sort of thing. Yeah, from time to time we see that sort of flight occur. I can see that we've got NZ559 coming in from Auckland, and he's not too far away, being serviced by ZKOXG today, and one of those older conventional engine option aircraft, and he's running about 18-20 minutes late, so yeah, a little bit behind. And the sun conveniently has gone behind some clouds, so we don't need any more of you. I'll switch you off. So the terminal's sort of still in sunshine, and we're in shade down here on the Harewood Mound. And yeah, of course, when the sun goes behind a cloud, it gets a bit chilly. So yeah, we shouldn't be too far away from that one. Then we've got NZ 977 coming in from Hamilton, and I've got NZ 617 coming in from Hamilton. So we've got two Hamilton flights in a row, and they're both ATRs by the looks of things. Yep, they're both ATRs. We also have NZ 377 and A320 coming in from Wellington. So we'll get the Auckland one first, 559. Then we'll get 377. So two A320s, and then we shouldn't be too far away from those two Hamilton flights, which is really interesting to see two Hamilton flights, both ATRs, just a few moments apart. Unless one of them's been maybe just a relocation or something of that nature. Now this aircraft doesn't actually appear on flight radar, so I'm assuming that he's under tow. Or just coming down for engineering purposes. Now across on the runway we've got a little aircraft just taken off, and he's listed as being from Ashburton to somewhere. Well, mate, I have to tell you, this is not Ashburton. You're wrong by a magnitude of, would say at least 10. Maybe even 15, 20. Maybe he's off to Ashburton. Anyway, so back to our ATR under tow. Or is he a Dashi under? He's a Dashi under tow. There we go. So I'll just lock that off for the time being. Yeah, so that Dashi is being towed down to engineering, where it will get a bit of a look over and check it out, make sure everything's 100%. Of course, the other day had an aircraft on, I think it was the Airport Streams, that I think it was ATR said no, not going to go, don't like it, and yeah, so they ended up not going anywhere, engine issue. So we're really fortunate that we've got here in Christchurch fairly large engineering base with a lot of engine refurbishment and other aircraft engineering facilities. Large maintenance hangar for jet aircraft and prop aircraft are taken care of, and buildings sort of scattered around. But, yeah. Let me see what we've got coming. Yep, so get that jet. Yep, can just see him. So if I can pick him up. And where's the radar station? Up there. So he can't be far away from there. There we go. Just pick him up. And not focusing, not focusing. Come on, focus. There we go. Fantastic. Of course, this is the one coming in from Auckland. And we've got another one coming in from Wellington, and he's coming from the other approach. So rather than turning left, he's going to turn right. Shouldn't be too far away. And it's come out nice and fine again, which is good. Thank you, son, for poking your head out from beyond the cloud there. Nicely done. So once again, terribly sorry that we had the tech issues at the start of the stream, which prevented us from actually bringing you the hot dog and the Qantas departures. It's really unfortunate. And if I had, I will see whether or not I have anything on tomorrow. I do have somewhere to be later in the evening, but yeah, see if we can't pop out and get those hot dog and Qantas departures maybe tomorrow. Not too sure about that, so I won't commit to it just yet. We've got a pushback from Air New Zealand, and that's NZ 568, and it's going to go off to Auckland. So one in from Auckland, one out to Auckland. You think they sort of arrange it like that to keep the population nice and stable. Now, where's that Wellington flight got to? Can't be far away, surely. Oh, there it goes. Oh, he went for a big loop around. 377. Yeah, I can see him. He's a long way out. Long way out. we see the Jetstar pushing back as well. And so Z, Jetstar. Jetstar doesn't actually appear on flight radar yet. So need to, here we go. Christchurch to Auckland as Jetstar 240. There we go. So just wait long enough. Our good mate flight radar catches up eventually. Then we've got NZ808, this ATR, and he will probably be holding because he's off to Tauranga. One of those nearly 2-hour flights in a narrow body. Yeah, so he's off to Tauranga. Now up here, you can see the incoming Wellington flight. If I just flick that a little bit, that's a bit better. Struggling a little bit with the light. So in there, yes, there we go. There's an aircraft. It's an A320, it's coming in for Wellington. Believe me. Thousands wouldn't. There you go. 377. And an 11-year-old A320. Terrific. Well done. Well done you. It's 5 to 7. What I'll do is I'll get this one. I'll get that one that's off to Tauranga. Won't be far away. Yep. So we'll get that takeoff. And then we'll get the two heading off to Auckland. Then we might just about call it a day. I think a little bit frustrated with the old technical issues. I'm going to go home and sort out this clock business. Apologies if you rely on it, but I'm sure you've got timepieces of your own that can track it, but yeah, it makes it a little bit more difficult to watch back. Go. ATR off to Tauranga. It's going to take him best part of 2 hours to get there. 3 jet aircraft lined up on the runway at the same time. And we've got this Hamilton flight inbound as 977. And he's not that far away. Here we go. Safely in to Christchurch from Hamilton, even though his destination is listed as middle of nowhere. Quite right, Danielle. Now the first of the Auckland departures. Air New Zealand getting out ahead of Jetstar. They'll have bit of a race up the country, and 617, which is also Hamilton to Christchurch, is in the background. In fact, Jetstar may have to hold for him. Well, New Zealand gets out and gets a bit of a lead. See, even to me, to my ear, that's louder than the A380. So that's an A320 with conventional engines. Then we've got our good mate coming in from Hamilton, second ATR in from Hamilton. So maybe it's a special of some sort. It's very strange. Here we go. Strange to have two Hamilton flights so close together, same aircraft type. We know that they're going to start servicing Hamilton. In fact, I think they've already started servicing Hamilton with jets again after a long absence. Right. And we'll get the Jetstar, and then we might just call it an evening, folks. Thank you very much again for putting up with a bit of a dodgy situation with the old tech. We had a situation where capture card was saying no. I'd switch it off completely, and it would say, "Oh, yep, I've lost the signal now," and then I'd completely start it from scratch, and it would just say nope, just gonna give me a black screen. And of course I can't give you just a black screen and pretend that it's night time and there's an all black aircraft flying in there. That would not be good. So yeah, had to reboot the entire outfit, and eventually it behaved itself, so yeah. I will take it home and I shall do some testing to figure out what is going on. I think I'm going to reinstall my whole operation software, the OBS software. Yeah, that's definitely louder than the A380. Definitely. Righto. Like to thank everybody once again for coming along. Thanks, Christine, for doing some moderation duties. Thanks so much. Thank you, Danielle, for coming along. Thanks, Greg, for coming along, mate. First time we've seen you. Alex NZ, our good mate, mate of Carwyn's, I think, and Carol Ann, wonderful to have you in the chat. Thanks very much for Mike popping in, Grumpy One earlier on, and anybody I've missed, and your presence is very welcome, and we thank you for coming along, and I'm going to see whether or not my exit screen will actually work, because not much else was working earlier on, so we'll give it a go. Yeah, thanks, mate. It really is appreciated. And
wings like giants touch the sky.
Yes.
A roaring bird as it soars high.
It's actually working.
Silver trails across the blue.
Another time. Bye now.
Dreams take off and come to you. Buckle up, let's climb the air. Feel the rush, you're almost there. Engines hum, a mighty cry. Airbus whispers, time to fly. Clouds are dancing side by side. Through the heavens we will glide. Crystal clear each fleeting frame. Every view a burning flame. Buckle up, let's climb the air. Feel the rush, you're almost there. Engines hum, a mighty cry. it's time to